Good morning, everyone. Good morning, humanity, and good morning, everybody in between. This is Mondays with Bev and Paul, and my name's Paul.
And my name's Bev.
And there's a chasm between us.
Wow. It's a good one.
Who's in the chasm? Who are
Dave.
you?
I'm Dave from Durango.
Yay!
Dave from Durango.
This is Dave Claussen from Durango, Colorado. He's been on before, but we have him on again today because why?
Oh, because Dave has been here this weekend for a practitioner training and going to be an authorized instructor now, Dave. We are excited.
So we had a great class. We have a question for today that we're going to include Dave with, and that is, how does BioTouch bring us hope? It's going to be a great little discussion, and Dave has some very key points he wants to share with us all. He did this weekend, and we had a great class. Let me show the class, didn't we?
It
was a terrific class.
Yeah.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Bunch of great people.
So we have Dave up there. We have the couple on your, I guess would be your right. They're down. They live in Canada.
Yeah.
And a massage therapist, a woman who just found us, a woman in the middle, Vanessa.
Yeah.
She found us because she went to her library in Oro Valley and found the book by Deborah Schildhouse on the shelf under new books. Yeah. And she got it, read it, and said, I have to find out about this. So, and this young man on the left, he is Sam from the University of Arizona. How did he find us, did he say?
Well, he was looking for something to, he needed 1 credit to graduate, and he wanted to try something that was a little bit out of his, allopathic. And he just happened to come across BioTouch and thought, oh, wow, that sounds great. Came in and talked with us, and there we have it.
Did you work with Sam?
Yes, I did. He was terrific. He had a very nice touch. He picked it up really fast. He would just look at the book, and then we'd discuss it, and he went right to the points.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
He knows the points.
Well, you know what's exciting? He's going to do an internship with us.
He is.
To get that credit and learn this technique. Yep.
So here's what Sam said after the class. Sam is the one on the left with the big A and the swoosh. He goes, learning BioTouch was a very cool experience for me. It gave me an opportunity to learn something totally new and opened my eyes to something totally outside of the realm of allopathic medicine. I'd like to be a doctor one day, and a doctor is only as good as the skills they possess. Learning BioTouch was another skill I can add to my tool belt so that I can use it one day to be as good of a doctor as I can be.
Oh. Wow. The new generation of healers is here.
There is hope.
Yeah,
there's
hope.
One part of the hope.
That's right.
That's true. That's great. Yeah.
So he's going to be that generation of people stepping forward. And, we talked a lot about the problem in the medical system, and how people are, it's got its place. And, if you haven't seen, we had the workshop. And we had Rose and Larry. Larry had a stroke, 2000 was it 8?
He had 2008, and then another one in 2011.
If you haven't seen it on Facebook, it's posted there. We're going to cut out her little piece, but you can find it and her testimonial.
Inspiring.
And she said, BioTouch brought them hope. And when you see what he's done in 3 months, the progress that he's made, and he now even is working on her.
Oh,
he takes the points and touches her body. She has to hold a couple, but he's come to that point where he's doing BioTouch on her. He can talk now. He had aphasia where he couldn't get the words out, and he actually talked at our meeting.
Oh my gosh, I was impressed with that.
Yes.
I had no idea that he was that, going to be that effective and able to do that. That was great.
So that was our workshop. It was on strokes. You can pull that up on our Facebook. We'll also have some postings on our website. And so we have the class.
We have the class, and we have something today that we really haven't shared in a while, the DreamCatcher.
That's right, the DreamCatcher.
Which is really cool. cool.
So tell us a little again about that. It's been a while since
It's
we've
been a
talked.
while. So this really amazing piece of work is we're kind of the carekeepers of it right now and have been for over a year. Lorraine Mills on December 12th, 2012, with, in cooperation with other people, created this, and they needed a home for it. So here it is.
And it's 4 foot across. It's made with mesquite wood on the outside. And all those pieces in there have been from different parts of the world and the United States. She started with the 4 waterways, north and west, northwest, northeast, and those kinds of areas. And so it's just been an addition of things from around the world. And what we started to do was put someone in the middle who just wanted to get the juice of the DreamCatcher. And we had one of our certified practitioners show up last week, and she said, I want to be in the center. And we said, well, let's have you and your fiance.
Yes. How lovely. What a great picture of that.
So that is Kai Milligan and Matthew Cox, soon to be Mr. and Mrs. Cox.
Yes, great.
And so there you are, Kai. You're in the center with your hubby-to-be. And we just put out lots of love and blessings to you.
Absolutely.
She is our instructor in the Chicago area and is starting to do things out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
She just got a place to do her work, and so she's on a roll now.
We're excited.
So we're excited for them, and we're really excited at our friend David here.
Well,
yes.
It's so good to be here. It's wonderful.
So tell us, first of all, what are you doing out there in Durango?
Well, we're developing a community just like you have here. We're a satellite to Tucson, and so we've got practitioners now, and we're spreading it out through the community.
Wow. So we talked in the class, and we talked about Rose. It said, BioTouch brings us hope. So what does that mean? How does BioTouch bring us hope? What's your thoughts on that one?
Well, it's so profound. It's way more than just a method. When I think of BioTouch, I think of the family of BioTouch, and so you get a lot more than just normal perks that you would get if you were a member of HMO or if you were a member of some other organization. This is not just like just an organization. This is a family, and when you become a member, join BioTouch, you become part of that, something that's larger, bigger than ourselves, and it's in its infancy. It is just now starting to, after all these years, but it's growing and it's starting to explode. So it's just a wonderful thing to be a part of. And you know that it is inclusive, being in such a way that it is, you can teach in just a few minutes, you can teach the greeting, and everybody can do it. And you don't have to wait for there to be a problem to solve. You can do it as a prevention. We can work on stress before there is stress. So it's a wonderful gift that we can share with other people. And so we're finding that in our community, that people are just knocking on the door and saying, what is this? And, we're enjoying getting BioTouch. And I feel like the more I can do, the more people I can involve in this. It helps everyone. It helps myself, and it helps the community, and it helps those individuals that are practicing BioTouch.
Yeah, that brings to mind about the thought that BioTouch really creates a relationship of healing. And when we begin to heal and really embrace our own health, we are expressing love. And that's one of the main components and parts about BioTouch that it gives us hope. That this organization holds the truth that we're really not separate from each other. We are all connected, and we don't have to be alone. That's what this whole process of BioTouch offers all of us. We're not alone. We don't have to be alone. We can enter into that relationship with another person every single time that we do BioTouch with someone. And it, as I realize in that relationship, it doesn't matter if you're the giver or the receiver of BioTouch. You're going to get exactly what you need, and exactly what we all need is love. That's bottom line here, and that's why it's such a gift. It gives us the remembering and the hope that we're not alone, that we are all just here to love and to serve each other. That's all. That's when you say all inclusive.
That's right.
That's what BioTouch is. It doesn't separate us.
And it is really unconditional, totally unconditional love. Rarely do you find anything in this world now that even comes close to BioTouch. We're not. You don't go off to a school and just learn a method, and then you're on your own, and you're, having to deal with everything on your own. You have this support of this foundation, which is the family of BioTouch, and they're here. You've been here 30 years. You're still here. You've got a board, and there are people constantly here to answer questions, to be of support.
Yeah.
So,
when you were talking about that, somebody recently said to us, because they really got it, that right now is the time for BioTouch. This is why we are really, Paul and I, and people like Dave, who are just a satellite, aren't we all? We are all working together because we realize that right now in this time that we're all going through together, we're all sharing these amazing falling downs and crumblings and breaking ups and creating ourselves as a humanity. This is so profound. BioTouch is here right now for every single one of us. And so it's really important for us to continue to share this with you.
Right. We actually we're working with this group to help us get the word out there. And he said, well, you could just cut back the shows to every other week and make them more and I'm like, the minute he said every other week, I'm like, no way.
But you make a very good point. Us being here every week is consistency, which is a key in BioTouch and that whole healing process. Consistency. Yeah.
And that's the hope. The hope, our hope personally is to really share this with you enough times where you feel confident doing it. That was the message from the class. Mm-hmm. Those 6 people, they all felt like, wow, this is doable. I fit, just in a little 10-hour workshop, I feel I can do this. I can go home. I don't have to worry about all these things to think about it. I just reach out with these 2 fingers. I touch another human being, and bammo, things happen.
And the magic of that is, as we told them yesterday, they've got the whole tool.
Right.
They can show other people. It's not just it stops with them. This is a whole rippling of love that starts to pour out from one person to another. The moment you have that technique, you have it. Now you get to be a gift bearer, the gift bearer of hope for somebody else.
Well, one of the things that I noticed that was really fun about the class was one of the students mentioned that when they first saw all the points on the chart, they said, "Oh my gosh, how am I going to learn all of that?"
Right.
And then it wasn't just a few minutes into that, then they started to realize that how simple it is. and how they could just do it. And remembering these points was like nothing. It was easy.
And the key, you don't have to remember it.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you don't.
You can just put that book next to you, and it's not like, 'cause, we're not centering, we're not putting ourselves in a different plane of reality than the fact that I'm bumping into a brother or a sister or a mother or a father or a grandma or I'm relating at this level of human experience.
Mm-hmm.
And at that level, if I got to put the book in front of me, if I got to read a sentence and then do the points, as Rose did with her husband, she has to hold one point because he can't move that hand while he touches the others. There's no rules. That's a hope. A hope to have a technique where there's no rules, and yet you notice results.
Yeah, this is just about helping each other.
Right.
All those barriers are down now when you enter into BioTouch, into that relationship. This is like you're working together. That is the magic of Rose and Larry.
Right.
They're on this journey together, and when she said this offers both of us hope, I mean, right there. It was so profound for us. Yeah.
She even said they've been married,
49
years, and their relationship is at its prime.
Has never been better.
It's at its prime.
That's
And they
amazing.
really attribute that to what BioTouch is bringing to the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's awesome.
That's amazing,
That's
isn't it?
hope. So the hope for relationship, the hope for the medical system, when we have people like Sam stepping up, a 25-year-old, and bring this into the medical system, the hope that we can go to places like Durango, Colorado, and Chicago, and we're in Germany, and we're in Switzerland, and we have a woman in India, and we have someone in Mexico. And I mean, it's just time now to help support people like Dave out there, and let's get on the bandwagon. Let's jump on board.
We're here to support each other. We're all supporting each other. Whatever.
We talked a lot about membership,
right?
And the cost of membership,
right?
And it's like less than a meal for the entire year.
That's a good point, Dave.
And it isn't so much what the little perks that you get out of being a member, but you get this sense of belonging to the family, and you support the family, and for a minuscule amount of money. I mean, it's just like...
So tell us about the support of the family and the support from the family back. You gave that little correlation.
Well,
I love that one.
You'll have to help me.
The Three Musketeers.
When I was talking about that, Paul was kind of like, well, what's this guy thinking about? Really, I've always liked the Three Musketeers because they have this motto. And so the motto for the Three Musketeers is all for one, which is the foundation, and one for all of us. And so that really works. That really works for BioTouch. All for one, one for all.
So here we go. So take your two fingers, and put them together. One for all, and all for one. We'll start doing that at our staff meetings.
Oh, there you go.
So, we always want to teach something from our manual because that's part of this program. And so today we're going to teach you how to do the ear set. So let's just go right to that. Whoops, that's not the ear set.
The ear set may be used for any conditions affecting the ears, including problems with balance and equilibrium. Step 1. On one side of the head, hold at X, which is just in front of the flap at the opening of the ear. On the opposite side of the head, touch points 1 and 2. Point 1 is at the indentation in the bone behind the ear, about 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear. Adjust the fingers to be snug against the skull. Point 2 is a small indentation at the bottom of the ear directly behind the jawbone. Again, adjust the fingers so they are snug against the ear. Now find hold point X on the other side of the head, and in crossfire touch point 1, the indentation in the bone behind the ear, about 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear. Then touch point 2, the small indentation at the bottom of the ear directly behind the jawbone. Finally, for step 2, in matching fire touch points 1 and 1, 2 and 2, X and X.
There you go. There's hope.
Yeah.
Mother,
Mother
daughter.
and
team.
daughter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great experience. And so we encourage you to, for that $18 that Dave was talking about, you can download the whole manual with links to the video and learn it right there at home. A lot of people have done that and they've been effective right away.
I was just thinking, I was watching that with mother and daughter. Can you imagine if there were moms out there who had BioTouch in this time of a flu epidemic?
Right.
That I'm telling you, if we were to put BioTouch in that whole scenario that's playing out, we would see a whole different thing going on.
Well, and the research showed that, how
Yes.
this builds the immune system.
Yeah.
It helps with healthy aging. That's the new buzzword now.
Mm-hmm.
I read 15 years ago that children were being born immune deficient. We're starting to see the repercussions of that.
Oh gosh.
And
yes.
BioTouch can change that. That's
Yeah.
the hope. It
Yeah.
can change it.
Yeah, it can.
So we've done another day. Dave's here from Durango, Colorado. He's now our new instructor of the practitioner training. So he's going to go back, and when we decide, February, you're doing a class?
Yes.
In Durango. So if you're in Durango, get hold of us. And then in March, did we decide? I'm coming out there.
Oh,
We're going to
May.
do a circuit.
You're going out in May.
In May.
Yep.
We're going to do the 30-year anniversary of BioTouch starting in Four
Yes.
Corners.
Are we lucky?
Perfect.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
You are.
So we're really going to play it for that 30-year circuit, and
Yeah.
we're going to go all around the Four Corners doing some presentations and teaching people.
That's
So we'll
Absolutely.
tell you more about that.
Absolutely.
Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thank you
Okay,
so
it's
much.
been great
It's
having
been great.
you here this
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah.
So again, we want to thank you all for joining us for another Monday. My name's Paul,
My name's Bev.
and you just have a great week.
Bye, everyone.
Hey.